literally tripping balls right now, man. Tripping balls. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is Charlie, aka Charles Maverick, and you are watching CMaverickReactions. And in this video today, we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 3 of Arcane. As always, sit back, relax, unwind, get you nice food, drinks, anything that makes you feel nice and comfy, of course. We're going to get into this one. Oh, damn. Oh, she's gone bad. Oh. So she's allowed this this toxic gas to be let into the underground again. It's called the Grey. Grey. It seems like an entity in itself. It's not just a gas. It seems like an actual entity. Maybe, I don't know. That's what I gathered from the last episode. But oh yeah, she looks like she's kind of snapped a bit. You know, interesting. Damn. Damn.
We need control now.
Bloody hell. What sort of witch was that? That was freaky. That was some weird old witch. Do you know what it kind of reminded me of? Another reminder, I know. It kind of reminded me of, if any of you anime fans have ever watched the Fate Stay Night movies. I think Heaven's Feel. Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Feel. Like the powers that were used, those red arms and stuff like that, kind of reminded me of that monster, that spectre that starts eating up all of the heroes and such, just consumes them. That's what it kind of reminded me of in that sense. It's very interesting, very, very eerie and dark as well. Freaky. Damn. One criticism that I do have so far about I know we're only 3 episodes in, but it seems very quick. The pace seems very quick, but maybe a bit too quick for my liking. Which is, I heard, was also something that other fans of the show have said too. You know, it's not bad. You know, it's not bad pacing, but at the same time, it's like we're literally going from one story to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and it's like there's no room to breathe or for anyone to digest the information. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just one criticism. Oh damn. Oh damn, true. Damn, literally tripping balls right now, man. Tripping balls. Damn. Boy. Damn. Oh no. Just gonna go into Piltover. Damn. The one thing I'll say as well, I mean, it's not necessarily a criticism, this one, but like the action sequences were good, don't get me wrong, they were quite good, but just everything just felt very chaotic, right? It just felt very all over the place, right? There wasn't really any cohesive structure with regards to how the action sequences happened. Which, you know, Arcane is a very chaotic story, I understand that, but it just felt like everything was just so it's like they crammed everything in a matter of like 2 or 3 minutes of action. Like I'm not too sure. It was good, but it wasn't my favourite fight scene so far. Damn. That wasn't even like. Didn't even really sound like she cried out in pain. She more cried out in shock and disappointment and sadness that Kate would go to that extent and do that to her. Real shame that. Oh. Oh damn. That is freaky. Oh, good God. I feel like Kate is only going to go into a more steady decline with regards to her morals and what she stands for and what she believes in. Yeah, this ain't good. This ain't good. Perhaps there's another Anakin Skywalker saga developing now with Caitlyn. Oh my goodness, people are turning, they're turning bad or evil left, right, and centre. Oh boy, that ain't good. It's no good. Is this with the mad scientist again? Quick one. Why do I have a feeling that that figure dangling up in that room could potentially be Vanda? I'm very curious. I feel like that's what it is. Maybe. My thoughts on the episode. Like I said before, it felt very chaotic. It felt very fast paced. Not necessarily terrible. Not terrible at all. It wasn't terrible. It was still quite good, but regardless, not as good. The action was not as good as the first season, and the pacing left me wanting more. Like with the first season, yeah, there were things that were happening, but at the same time, like the people who were creating the show or making the show obviously knew how to find a balance with regards to the pacing, which you know, being that I've already heard that this is literally the last season of Arcane, perhaps a third season, just judging by 3 episodes so far. Like my mind might be swayed over the next few episodes, but in order to flesh out the story a little bit more and give it a bit more time and to slow down the pace, perhaps we could have done with a third season. But this is me saying this very early on. I might be mistaken over the next few episodes, but that's how it feels so far. But yeah, what did we have? We had that confrontation between Caitlyn, Vi, Jinx and Silco's bodyguard. We had Jace, Echo and Heimerdinger coming face to face with the essence of the Arcane, I guess. We had that creepy like demon with the red mist and the red arms, you know, killing someone and then taking Councillor Madada I guess hostage or whatever. Then Madada's mother proclaims Caitlyn as like the ruler of Piltover now, especially with her fragile emotional and mental state with a lot of anger, a lot of pain. I feel like Madada's mother is using that in order to fuel her own agendas and to get her own way. Basically, I feel like she's going to become more like a counsellor to Caitlyn and guide her the way that she wants to rule, as she would want to rule the country herself. And then we had that scene at the end with the crazy mad scientist guy, where it looked like he was just putting blood into this big abomination hanging up, which I think is Vanda. I think it's the mutated, diseased body of Vanda, perhaps. But we shall see. No Son of Victor in this episode, but we'll probably get a lot more of that in the next episode, I would assume. But yes, anyways, not a bad episode. Not a bad episode. I'm not going to slate it too much. It wasn't a bad episode. But anyways, guys, aside from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment down below as well. It really helps with the algorithm and with my following, of course. Hope you have a glorious day wherever you may be in the world. And I'll see you on the next one.